Hello, hello, my little ponies, and welcome to our store. That I keep wanting to call a restaurant. Welcome to our restaurant store. Or store-restaurant. Look at this inauthentic brickwork out here. How pretty it looks. Employees are set to set 1.
Meow, meow. Let me check, make sure all employees are actually assigned. Yep. Okay.
So yeah, after the last episode, we made a few extra pies. Nothing to worry about.
I need to see. I need to see. Oh my god. Claire! These shelves aren't even filled up.
Okay, because those are extra shelves that I bought.
You opened the packaging department?
Yeah. Because
Yeah,
I
no,
bought
I see
these
the
12 extra shelves and these got filled. Then I bought these 4 extra and only 1 got a box.
Despicable.
So we have enough room for an extra 40, so I'm just going to put in 40 extra pies and try to fill up this whole thing.
Sounds like a good idea.
"40 extra pies." Whee! Ow. Ow, my head. Ow, my head. So, tomorrow I have some D&D stuff to do, so that should be fun. Doing... Oh, we already have a thief. Doing some D&D Session 0 type stuff. You know how it goes. Helping everyone finish making their characters and everything else. Are you happy with our new floor?
I am thinking that this being the only one that has like the extra strip, I think we should just make this one also like
Make that also gray, yeah.
yeah, just be consistent. And I am also think. Oh right, no, right. The whole reason we did orange is because the back section does it in large chunks rather
Yes.
than tiles, so we don't really have a choice. Okay. The one thing I wonder is if we should try to adjust the positioning of these to God, brain fart. Like to take account for the fact that this one currently has like the 3 width black border. This is 2, this is 2, and then we have 2 rows of just 1. So things aren't perfectly aligned.
Correct, they are not.
Yeah. But I don't know if it's worth it. Did you remember to set the sail?
No, I did not. Ba, ba, ba. Blip, 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 blip. So, anyway, I'm tempted to place in a grocery order for delivery. Because frozen fruit is on sale, and you know how much I like my smoothies. And it's like, the price of the frozen food is really strange. Because you can buy, like, 2-kilogram bags of, like, no-name, janky frozen fruit for, like, $15 for a 2-pound bag of fruit. Actually, more than $15, I think. Or you can pay, like, $3 for 400 grams. Yeah, it's like $18 for 2 kilograms of janky fruit. Or $3 for 400 grams. Which would be $15 for 2 kilograms. Times 5 times 5. So, it's like $18 for 2 kilograms or $3 for 400 grams. So if you run the numbers, it's a better deal to get the smaller bags than to get the bulk thing, because that's not a bulk discount. And it's like, okay, or you can pay like $6 for 600 grams, and that's also not a deal. But now it's on sale, so it's like $4 for 600 grams. So it's like, okay, you get an extra 50% product for less than 50% extra price. So that is a bit of a deal. And so making smoothies is usually just an entire one of those bags. So, entire $4 of fruit, maybe plus 3 bananas. Maybe, maybe not. And then maybe some, not meal replacement, nutrition supplement. Or chocolate milk. Or just some water. So just like, yeah, $4 bag of frozen fruit with, like, water. And that makes a decently tasty smoothie. And it's like, okay, if you were to go to a smoothie place, how much would you pay for, like, just a strawberry smoothie? It'd be like $7 for a large, and this is, like, you know, approximately half the price for more than twice as much. But of course, if you're already out and about, you don't want to have to, you know, fry the fruit, go home, blenderize it yourself, wash the blender.
True, true.
And I saw something else that caught my eye while I was looking at groceries for delivery. I could buy a new gaming controller. Because mine has been having issues for a while now. And today, it won't even stay connected while it's plugged in.
Right. True, you were having issues with that.
I had to switch to using mouse and keyboard for a game that's much more comfortable to play with the controller. And I really don't want to do mouse and keyboard next time I play Ocarina of Time.
Why not?
So I found just a simple little $40 controller with a very obvious, that specifically states that it is a wired controller. For Xbox and PC. So I figured, yeah, I can get a lot of bags of frozen fruit, because there's mango, and then there's peach, strawberry, and tropical fruit, and then there's a strawberry. I'm not such a big fan of strawberry.
Hi, Cinnamon. One of the Cinnamons came through the office.
Oh, good kitty.
Yeah.
So yeah, 10 bags of frozen fruit. So that right there is like $40. A $40 controller. A jug of chocolate milk, because heck yes. And a controller. And I'm tempted to get the 2-year plan, because some of the 1-star reviews say that it breaks after like a month. So I should probably get the 2-year plan for an extra $5. Just, you know, just in case it breaks.
Mm. Mm.
It's like, I keep doing this thing where I, like, order groceries, right? Or I go out and buy groceries. I buy a few, like, good meals, like, tasty meals, and some, like, you know, healthy meals. I eat all the tasty meals first. I'm like, ooh, you know. It's like, ooh, pot stickers. Ooh, frozen pizza. And it's like, oh, now I just have lentils. Well, time to go order groceries again. I'm stuck with only healthy food. Instead of just eating the healthy food, it just keeps accumulating. And I really should eat the healthy food. It's not that bad. I say as the only things I've eaten so far today are like a handful of chickpeas and some sips of my smoothie, which is pretty much just strawberries.
Come on, cinnamon. Come on, cinnamon.
I don't know. Some people say that smoothies or like fruit juice is bad because like it takes away the calories that you would burn digesting it. That like if you eat a strawberry, you burn a few calories chewing it, and you burn some calories digesting it. So if it's just a smoothie and it's already all mashed up and you just drink it, even though it's the same base stuff, because you don't burn those few extra calories digesting it, it somehow becomes unhealthy.
Well, the one that I've heard, well, no, I haven't heard that so much with smoothie, but like specifically juice.
Like pre-made juice usually has sugar added to it.
Well, sugar added to it, but also like with orange juice in particular, the sheer fact that there's like the no pulp or at least reduced pulp varieties, the pulp is the fiber. That's what's supposed to help like digest like the sugar aspect of it. You remove that, you're basically just drinking orange flavored sugar water. And apple juice, that one especially has a lot of sugar added. I don't know about other juices specifically, but it's like...
Well, that leads to the question, what if you were to just buy the fruit and you like had a juicer and just juiced it yourself and then drank, all of the stuff that you would normally eat of it?
Well, the thing with juicers is you still end up leaving out a chunk of like the solid part of it.
That is true.
The best thing to do would be to just take the solid fruit and just toss the whole thing in a blender, or like chop it into pieces and just and carve off as much of the good stuff as you can and toss it in a blender. Like I'm thinking like with an apple, because there's the apple core. You don't want to just blend up the apple core.
And then put the stuff that you would eat into the blender, yeah.
Yeah, like that would be the way to handle it.
So I'm ordering specifically from Walmart, because the Walmart isn't anywhere close by, and it usually has food cheaper than the grocery stores, and all of the places to get food near me are big-name companies anyway. But for whatever reason, this Walmart doesn't have fruit. You mentioned apples, and it made me go, ooh, I want some apples. But I can't just order apples. Here, fruits and vegetables, what do they have? Fresh fruits. The fresh food category, 4 items. A $55 thing of Nutri-Store freeze-dried Fuji apples. Or $8 for 2 pounds of plums, but that's out of stock. And that's it for their entire fresh fruit section.
Well, that's no good.
It says 4 items, but there's 2. Like, other Walmarts have fruits and vegetables. This one does not.
Speaking of stuff, Claire, can you come over to the, which aisle is this? Yeah, to the self-checkout aisle. So I think this strip should also be orange. Like, have it be at least 2 wide. And then similarly, this strip should still be the gray.
Okay, so where should be orange and where should be gray?
Okay. So basically, double, like, the orange tile width for this section. One. And the next one. And I'm just trying to think if we should, like, also still have the gray continue here, because this is the only cross path that doesn't. The issue is just would we just stop here at the black line?
Yeah, just stop here at the black line, because all beyond this is it's just pies.
No, yeah, this one I mean. Like, because this is the only doorway that doesn't have the full gray path. Also, I just noticed here, and this actually really bothers me. Let me just check the other doors. No, I guess that's true for the other doors as well, where the tile does not line up with the door very well.
No, it does not.
That is very unfortunate.
Please finish shopping and go home.
Oh, what? We're at the end of the day already?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Oh. Yeah, that works. Yeah.
I believe we wanted cheese for the self-checkout section.
And right, this is where we stopped. Wait, did we stop the black line here because it lined up, or did we stop the black line here because this is the...
This entire section is painted one thing.
Okay, so this is the line of the chunk. That is,
That
once
is
again, unfortunate because of the doorway. Oh well.
Yes.
Oh well.
Yeah, there's some talk that a new Walmart is going to be built this year, next year, year after, you know, eventually. Somewhere where I'd actually be able to bike over to it instead of having to go on a big old trip just to go to Walmart. But if we're going to be in Edmonton by this time next year, then I suppose that doesn't really matter, does it?
Nope. So I'm going to make sure we're as far from every Walmart as possible.
So I have to keep getting Walmart delivery, and I can't just bike over to Walmart to pick up a few
I'm
things?
Joking. Ideally, we shouldn't be shopping at Walmart in general.
We should be or shouldn't be?
Shouldn't.
Well, Walmart is great for people who don't have a lot of money, and we don't have a lot of money.
Honestly, I generally
Then
find,
let's stop.
like, unless stuff is specifically on a discount, we can change them to set 2, by the way.
I did.
Yeah, unless stuff is specifically on a discount at Walmart, I generally find Walmart isn't cheaper than Safeway.
So, some of the products available at Walmart are cheaper than some of the other grocery stores in my area. And before you bite my head off and say, oh, that's not true, that's not how it is, I'm talking about specifically in the area where I live. Some things are definitely cheaper at Walmart than they are in the grocery stores. For one example, off the top of my head, chocolate milk. To get it at a, like, convenience store is somewhere around $9. To get it at a normal grocery store is like $8. To get it at Walmart is like $7.
I guess food must... For one thing, I'm guessing food prices are just higher where you are.
Everything
like,
is really expensive here.
Yeah. Because, like, what you're describing as, like, the Walmart cost as the cheapest one, that's still, like, somewhere between $1.50 and $2 more expensive than here. Wait, are you talking about, like, the big jugs? Like, the 4-liter jugs?
Yeah, the 4-liter jug of chocolate milk.
Okay. I haven't taken into account the 4-liter side. So that might...
Yeah, it's like $7, at least at Walmart, for the 4-liter jug. Or you could buy a 2-liter jug for like $6. It's cheaper.
I mean, I will say, I guess that will probably be an advantage to us living together, is that, hey, getting the 4-liter jug will be something that will happen. Because as I've pointed out before, there is no point in me ever getting the 4-liter jugs.
Because you don't drink 4 liters of chocolate milk within the 2 weeks before it goes bad.
Of milk in general.
Milk in general. Yeah, milk in general,
Whereas
for
if
me,
I get a
it's hit or
2-liter
miss if I drink all 4 liters, but with chocolate milk, I usually do. Mostly because if I have chocolate milk, whenever I find myself in the kitchen, sometimes I just go and just drink some chocolate milk.
Yeah, for me, just a 2-liter, I will almost certainly finish it. A 4-liter, I give it a 10% chance I finish it. Yes, did you do the end-of-day purchases?
No, I started doing them, but because we're at like 5 times speed, the employees kept grabbing items and everything in the product order page was jumping all around the place radically. So I couldn't keep track of what we had and what we hadn't. So I'll start buying stuff now that's...
No, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm already at it.
Okay, you do it. You do it.
As soon as you said no, I started. So...
Customers will use self-checkout more.
Oh, we got the point? Hooray!
Yeah, we got a point and I used it.
Oh god. We started off the day and we had no butter in storage. We ended the day with no butter in storage.
Yeah, because the pie people keep taking our butter instead of taking the margarine. Because they could use either butter or margarine for it. And for whatever reason, they just love using butter for the pies.
It really does suck that we can't just set, like, when there's a choice of ingredients to set up.
We can't just set it to the cheapest. And, like, frankly, I don't understand why it doesn't just, like, why the game doesn't just by default set it to the cheapest available option. Like, I don't understand why the game doesn't have a feature that's like, oh yes, set it to whatever is the cheapest to use. Because obviously you'd want the cheapest. Or
well, can you go into the manufacturing room, like where because I assume that we still have some in the queue. Because I know that they show both options, like on the screen here.
6,
what are we?
7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
So which one is the first of the two that shows up for the option?
Butter then margarine.
That's probably why.
So it tries to go for butter, and then if it doesn't have butter, it goes for margarine.
Yeah.
Sucks.
It could be as simple as alphabetical.
Which would
actually, is that the case? Is there anything else where it has an option, or is butter margarine?
There's lots of stuff where that has an option. I can't see every single thing that has an option, so it'll only display 8 items. However, so while it does go alphabetical with flour, supreme flour, white flour, it does not go alphabetical with water bottle, premium water.
Interesting. Which suggests it isn't just alphabetical, but a matter of there is a preset order.
Yes.
That is just...
And in part, it's the cheapest one, because I think flour is the cheapest of the flours, and water ball is the cheapest of the waters. But then butter is so much more expensive than margarine. But it's like, you could use either one, and like, strictly speaking, a pie made with butter should taste better than a pie made with margarine, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
If they're otherwise made the same, I think the butter one would taste better. But the prices are exactly the same.
The selling price, you mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
The price to sell them, price that we sell them at, is exactly the same. Whee! Avalanche. Wait, that's not Agent 47. He's not bald.
I was wondering how long it was going to take you to notice that aspect.
But yeah, just look at the Walmart website for like groceries with a rollback, and it's like you could buy brown for 98 cents. It's like, do I really want to buy brown for 98 cents?
Sorry, brown what?
Brown. Brune. It's 98 cents.
Yeah, but brown what?
Hold on. Let me zoom in super close to read the tiny text. Gravy mix.
Okay. It's just like, they want to sell brown. Okay, in what context?
And then in little writing underneath brown, it says gravy mix. What really sucks is that in the grocery department, there's stuff that's not food for sale. It's like, hey, corrugated plastic to hold your tacos. Corrugated metal to hold your tacos. It's like, that's not food.
I mean, yeah, but stuff that's like for like food prep or like, you know, food storage, like sandwich bags and stuff, that absolutely counts under grocery. Even if it isn't, you know, the edibles, it's still grocery.
Oh shoot, Walmart sells edibles?
Walmart sells what?
Oh shoot, Walmart sells edibles?
Yes, I imagine most of the food they sell is edible.
It's like, oh yeah, this item is on sale. It's like 1% off. It's on sale.
Oh, is it the Garbo sale? Garbo Monday? Yeah, or when that was a thing that
No.
Ruth did.
No.
You don't remember. Okay.
Before my time. You could pay $11.47 for either 680 grams of frozen salmon or 750 grams of frozen tilapia. And like, I do like my salmon, but an extra 70 grams, an extra like 10% total food, but it's a different fish. So I think we lost a little bit of money today.
Yeah. I wonder where did we lose that? Oh, probably from pies, I'm guessing. When it says it's based on products, but still, we spent $120 renovating. I think.
$120.
Sorry, $120,000. I'll set the sale.
All right.
And I'm also going to set a sale price on... Let's see here.
Honey?
You know what?
The icing tube.
I'm thinking here, what is there's got to be a way to just look at...
By highest number that we have in the store?
By highest number that we have on a shelf. Actually, it might be icing.
Shelf stock and scroll down to the bottom. We have 182 chocolate boxes and premium chocolate boxes. Wow.
Yeah, but we also
icing tube.
Yes, that's what I just said. But I'm still checking all of them. So just see if there is anything with a higher amount. Probably not. Toothpaste, 672.
So same number.
You know what? I think it's time we have another excellent toothpaste. Wait, where is the toothpaste?
Melatonin and laxative and paracetamol.
Alright, what? What amount?
720.
So less.
Less?
Didn't I say 672?
Yes. And I said
Which is-
720.
Oh, 700. I thought you said 620. Okay, Alright, melatonin. Melatonin, you're getting the biggest discount I can allow.
So it's selling them basically at cost.
At 45% discount. People deserve to be happy.
No sales for the other two?
No. You know what? Fair point, fair point. Let's give icing. Let's give the icing tube. Where is the icing? That's powdered sugar. Where is the icing? Icing tube. We'll give that one a 15% discount.
No, because we also have 720 paracetamol and laxatives.
Nah. Oh, fine. Fine, these ones also get. There we go.
Laxatives on the bottom.
Oh, it wasn't antihistamine?
Antihistamine is 484. It's so much less.
God damn it, I picked the wrong one then. I did antihistamine and not.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Oh well. People get to be happy, they don't get to poop. Alright, we're ready?
Yeah, we can start off.
You just pre-ordering extra stuff that we have on sale?
Yes.
Good idea.
Hello, million meows.
I should also probably start thinking about what I want to do for dinner. Especially I have an archipelago starting at 9.
Yeah. Screw it. I will buy 2 bags of salmon, because I think salmon is supposed to be a healthy food. Other than the
Yeah, pretty.
mercury, I think salmon is a pretty healthy food.
You can have a little mercury.
As a fish. In your fish. Probably. I would like to eat healthy. It is totally possible for healthy food to be tasty. It's just so flippin' expensive. I think I've talked about this before, of course. I like to graze on food. I like to have food available to me, and I can just, have a bite every, hour or every 2 hours.
Yeah.
Instead of, oh, eat this entire meal right now. Okay, now don't eat again for another 8 hours.
Hello,
I like to have a bit of food at a time, which, as long as you're not eating, more food than you otherwise would by using this method, is healthier than just eat giant meal fast for 8
Well,
hours.
The thing is, it's not supposed to be 8 hours, but, I have talked to my doctor and through a clinic, for helping me lose weight. And I have been explicitly told that, grazing like that doesn't actually help. At least if you're trying to lose weight. It's probably still somewhat healthy, especially if it's if it is consistent. It's probably, it's still relatively healthy. It does not help with losing weight. Because what you're supposed to do is, what I've been told is I need to have 30 grams of protein at every meal. And you need the time between the meals for your body to, actually be able to digest and process it and, let it work. If you are kind of slowly eating, your body never stops its, digestion process. It starts training your body to act differently.
Yeah, like say
So,
I have like canned chickpeas and canned lentils and blah blah blah. So I've been eating this bowl of chickpeas, and I just every once in a while I just eat a few,
yeah.
and then maybe an hour or two later I eat some more. Instead of say, oh, it's 8 a.m., open up this can of chickpeas, eat the entire thing right now. Instead, that one bowl of chickpeas has, like, I've been munching on it for like 6 hours now. It's 6 hours later, and most of them are still here. And it's not like I'm starving myself, I'm just eating when I'm hungry. And I'm not trying to finish all of the food that's in front of me, which is a big issue that I've had growing up. Growing up with parents who are always the sort of, hey, we prepared this food for you, make sure to eat every last bite, I don't care if you're full, just keep eating it. Which it turns out is a really unhealthy thing to teach your kids.
Yep. Like, the thing, like, I can, on the one hand, I do understand generally the reasoning of it. It's just like, it ultimately comes down to eat it now, because if you don't, you're just going to be complaining and hungry later.
Yeah. Eat your dinner that I made for you now. Otherwise, in 20 minutes, after I, throw this out, for whatever reason, you'll be wanting snacks and snacks and snacks and snacks. Like, well, you didn't want to eat your food, but instead you're just going to eat unhealthy snacks all day instead.
But the thing is that the parents never really seem to realize until you're, at the very least, until you're all grown up and no longer, their responsibility.
And the option's no longer available where they could have just, oh, you're not hungry? Okay, we'll just put this in the fridge. When you're hungry later, you can eat it.
Well, I'm more specifically thinking along the lines of, they seem to overestimate how much food their child should be eating. Like, a lot of the time, they'll give you the same portion as they would another adult.
Yep.
And it's just like, did you maybe consider the fact that your child is like half scale to you? That their stomach is less than half the size of yours?
Yeah. And it's something that I didn't even consciously think about until a few years ago. I'm not a parent. I just have little siblings. Where I think I was like drinking a juice or whatever, and I was thinking, oh yeah, these little tiny juice boxes, like I used to have them when I was in like grade 1. I'd have like a Lunchable and like a juice box, and that would just like fill me right up. And nowadays, I could drink like an entire 1 liter juice box and have, the equivalent of multiple Lunchables and still not be full.
Yeah. And it's just like, and then you get the weird dichotomy of the parent giving you like a small amount of stuff for lunch and then try to expect you to eat a large meal for dinner.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, nutritionists and everything have been saying for years, and especially when you're growing up, your biggest meal should be breakfast, then lunch, then dinner. Dinner should be the smallest meal. Like, if you're gonna have them at different sizes. Because you need, like, the larger boost at the beginning of the day, like, to give you the energy for the day. Yeah, and, and lunch it's the midday meal to kind of, get you through. The dinner is just to make sure you're taking in enough nutrition, but you're not really expected to be doing anything after dinner.
Yeah.
So you have less energy you need to burn off.
Hey, here's the little things so you don't go to bed hungry. Instead of, here's a 90% of the calories that you'll ingest during the day. Okay, now go to bed. or watch TV for 3 hours, then go to bed. And it's like, oh, no wonder why I'm getting so fat. I don't know, maybe it's having giant dinners and then being sedentary and then going to bed.
And the thing I was saying, with the grazing thing isn't the greatest thing, but then again, like I look at how I eat. If I am like at home eating, like especially if I'm like eating alone, I basically kind of go somewhere in between. Like I do have like the 3 separate meals or whatever, or at least I try to. But a meal for me can last, because I'm also usually doing other stuff, but it can last anywhere from like, an hour to 5 hours. So I'm basically I'm basically raising my dinner, is what I end up doing.
Yeah, like I've mentioned, then some foods are really bad for grazing on. I find like some foods that need to be like cooked. Like some brands of frozen pizzas, you cook them up and they are nice and hot and they're good to eat for like 5 minutes. And if you don't absolutely wolf them down in 5 minutes, they become cold and stale and just a terrible experience to eat. Because you dared not to wolf it down as fast as possible. Now it's like, I don't actually want to eat this, and I can't reheat it, because then I'll just get, like, burned.
Yeah, and like you're right, that is a
Before
big
someone
frustration.
comes in the comments and starts saying, oh, maybe you shouldn't be having me, you don't get this problem with vegetables, like, oh no, the exact same problem happens with vegetables. If you roast them up and cook them so they're nice and tasty and good tasting to eat, within a few minutes they'll get cold again, and if you try to reheat them, they just go bad.
Yeah, like the thing for me, I like for like the one that comes to mind for me for like vegetables and stuff to cook. It like broccoli is the one like I used to kind of hate it, and then I realized, you know what? If the broccoli is boiled or like properly steamed, okay, I like it. But as soon as that gets cold, it's just like,
yeah,
like you don't want to like apply more water to it, because then you're just kind of waterlogging it, and it's just it's just like you're basically now just having broccoli water. But I'm trying to just heat it up dry again. It's just like, well, now it's not
tasty.
Yeah.
So yeah, when trying to graze and having to find food that's like good for grazing on, I find those bagged salads tend to be good.
Yes.
And those I can usually have with like chopsticks. And what I'll normally do is go to the grocery store and find ones that are going to expire, so they're like half price. And I'll just have those, because sometimes, even though they're about to expire, they're still good for a few days, and sometimes they're not good for a few days. They might be good actually until they hit the expiration date and then immediately go brown. But I've had some where I had them for like a week or 2 weeks after the expiration date. They're not wilted or brown at all in the slightest.
Yeah. But yeah,
So,
but like
you know,
those bags of like salad and whatever, I was just like,
salad, yeah.
there have been times where I've just gotten one and literally just grazed on it over the course of an afternoon. And just been fine.
But of course, those are normally, what, like $5 each or something stupid?
Yeah.
And it's like... I mean, like, screw it. If I had the money for it, or if I get those, like, for free, yeah, I'd have a lot of baked salad. Heck, I'd have, like, 2 baked salads every day if that was in the budget.
And and the thing that's so annoying with trying to find the right foods is, okay, there's a few things that you need to try to be watching for. You want things to be healthy, you want them to be filling, you want them to taste good, you want them to be affordable, and it is practically impossible to find something that fits all 4 of those.
Mm-hmm. It's like I want... Yeah, especially the filling thing. Like, I've gone, like, vegetable medleys, whatever, bags of frozen vegetables, and I just take them, throw them in the air fryer, put in some, like, soy sauce, a bit of butter, fry them up, and I can eat like 2 kilograms of vegetables, and I'm still hungry after. Like a $10 to $20 bag of frozen vegetables, 2 kilograms of frozen veggies, and I'm like, wow, I'm starving. I'm hungrier than I was when I started. And it's like, oh, blah, 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 you were hungry but didn't realize it because you hadn't eaten in a while and yes, you got blah, blah. And it's only after you start eating that your brain realizes that you're actually hungry. You think 2 kilograms of vegetables would be at least a little bit filling. And I wouldn't be starving afterwards. There have been times I eat those like 2 kilograms of vegetables, and then I go cook up an entire frozen pizza and eat that.
And the thing is, that's not even taking into account like cravings and stuff like that. Like that's just trying to get by, like getting what your body like needs, rather than also trying to address what do we want? What does our tongue want?
Yeah, what do we want to taste? Yeah, I got so I'm often craving sweets and stuff. But I find that if I have sweets available to me, I will just eat all of them and have basically no self-control.
Yeah, I try to avoid having, that sort of snack around.
So I like having sweets available that take a long time to eat. Like I have mints somewhere or other. I totally lost them in some cabinet or other. And it's like, no, just like eat them normally. And it's like $5 per bag of mints, and they're like 15 calories each. But I eat them slowly, so one mint might take like 10 minutes to eat. And so I have 10 minutes of tasting a sweet thing to like take off the sweetness craving. So I'd have like 2 or 3 mints, and it's like, okay, I'm good for like basically the day. I can have
I feel like the store has officially been closed for a while now, what probably would have been the equivalent of an hour in-game, and there's people still shopping.
No, we just got the notification that the store was now closed.
Oh, we did? Okay.
I got the notification, and then you immediately said, yeah, I think the store's been closed for an hour.
Okay, I didn't hear the notification, I just looked at the clock, and it was stuck at 22:30. And I didn't hear an announcement. I was just like, huh. It feels like it must have happened a bit ago. But it's just like, look at this guy. The announcement clearly has happened. Is he now actually heading to the... No, he's going to grab something else.
Once they're in the store, they stay in the store.
Yeah. Like, these are the worst sort of people. Like the people that you don't want coming into your restaurant. The ones who think, oh, because you're still open, haha, we can start our dinner now, even though you're supposed to officially close in 5 minutes.
Even though you closed 5 minutes ago, you stayed open because there's someone in the store and you didn't want to kick them out.
So someone else comes in.
I told you that story when that happened at McDonald's.
Yep. It's a thing people do. Is anyone still shopping, or...
This lady might be. Where's she going? Yep, she's shopping. This lady's shopping. Oh! Over to the blue. She's in the blue. Where are you off to, lady? Oh, looking at pies. Okay, want some pies.
Okay, please go straight from the pie to the cashier so we can start doing inventory.
Pies, 2 more pie? No.
Excellent. Okay, now I can take a look at the restock. Alright, I need to go back by lowest storage. So, let's go from the top. That's... Did I do a midday restock?
We did.
Okay.
Oh my god. You ever see those news articles, whatever, of like kids getting poisoned by drinking cleaning supplies? Like little
no.
kids, like toddlers? Because they'll be like in the pantry crawling around and they'll see something that looks like a jug of juice and think, oh, juice, I want juice. So they open it and start drinking, but actually it's like orange scented cleaning product. And
Yeah.
they get hospitalized.
Are you about to ask why don't they just fix this problem by changing the container so it doesn't look like juice?
Yeah, that's what I want to know. Like, there's apparently an official thing where cleaning supplies are supposed to legally not look like juice, but it's like, why did the cleaning supplies people ever think that it was a good idea to put like oranges and like fruits on? It's like, oh, it's orange scented, let's put pictures of oranges on this thing that looks just like a bottle of orange juice. In fact, the liquid is also orange and it smells like oranges. Obviously, toddlers don't exist. So,
I'm sure the main argument that, all those manufacturers that still make them this way, I'm pretty sure their main argument is, well, it's up to the parent to make sure that they're supervising their children and making sure that everything is out of their reach. It's like, yes.
all the people who think like
but
that deserve to drink poison.
the thing is, on the one hand, the thing is, on the one hand, they're not wrong. On the other hand, you're contributing to the problem by making it
yeah.
able to be a problem in the first place.
Yeah. So there is this game that I played on DOSBox, and I don't remember the name of it, but you could basically run through, like, a life. And you could, like, make choices and go through, like, a simulated life. And that was one of the events that could happen when your character is a toddler. You find something that looks like juice, and you can decide to drink it if you want, and then you start realizing that you got poisoned, but fortunately your parents notice and they bring you to the hospital, but overall it's a scary experience. And I remember at one point I had convinced one of my sisters to play this game, and she got that event, and it's like, oh yeah, juice, whatever, just drink the juice. And then I could just see her just at the computer, like, I think I might have traumatized her a little bit by having her play that. But I like to hope that at some point, when she has kids of her own, that she'll remember that scene and remember to keep cleaning supplies far away from where her children can reach it.
Yep.
So it's like, yeah, sure, as kids, we don't want to be traumatized or scared of stuff, but sometimes being a bit traumatized can help save people later on. There's just, a fine line of how much trauma is actually suitable. Like, for example, someone, seeing, like, Five Nights at Freddy's and being traumatized by animatronics, like, the actual odds of someone being injured by an animatronic is insanely low.
Yeah.
The odds of someone... Like, when was the last time that someone actually died from an animatronic that wasn't just someone... like, it doesn't really happen, so it's not... Unless you're working with animatronics, it's not necessarily worth it to be worried about them.
Well, and especially because I'm pretty sure, like, animatronics aren't really made the way that, the ones in that, like, in that series are.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. It's kind of well known that a lot of them were literally designed to, like, kidnap and trap. Because the creator was, well, kind of an awful person.
Like, I imagine in real life, the most, like, danger that an animatronic could do to someone is potentially falling on top of them.
Yeah, exactly. That's just what I was thinking.
Like,
and
the
thing is,
someone with Five Nights at Freddy's isn't necessarily good because they're not learning anything real world from it. traumatizing someone with most of the enemies from like Doctor Who isn't good because most of the things don't have one-to-one correlation of messages that can be extrapolated for the real world.
Yeah, well, the two things I have to say that actually thinking about the whole thing with the Five Nights at Freddy's thing, not taking into account like the newest stuff, but like just with the older games, really, there's only one thing that the animatronics ever like actually do, and that was like I believe in it was either I think it was the fourth game where it actually showed that. Oh yeah, no, it's the kid got bitten because
they
you know
shoved
the
his
teenagers
head
shoved him
into
into
it.
the mouth of it.
Yeah, they
And,
shoved
you know,
his head into the mouth and its rotors kept trying to close, blah blah. And like that is an actual concern with working with heavy machinery, that if you
Yeah,
put your body into the heavy machinery, it will continue doing its thing.
exactly.
Even though you are there, if the failsafes aren't in place well enough. True. But if you're talking about the things that the animatronics do in early FNAF, you're forgetting that you can just be sitting there in your room, animatronic walks in and kills you. That was like
Well,
the
the
whole
thing is,
thing.
you say that it walks in and kills you, but most of the time most of it is just they stand there menacingly or pop up in front of you and don't actually, like, you don't actually see anything. It's just the startling is all it is. The startling and the scream.
Still,
But it's just like, oh no, it's here in front of me.
with
Like,
the
I can't
implication, of course,
help
that
but
it is
think,
killing you, especially since in the next scene it shows like your dismembered corpse inside one of the animatronic suits.
in which game does it do that?
The first.
Because
The
I've
game
played
over
the first
screen.
and the game over screen is just black.
No. But anyway,
I mean, unless that was changed in an update to add more gore.
no, like, if you die from one of the animatronics, it shows, like, a screen where you're in, like, the, like a storage room or something. This is weird. And you can see the, like, the parts and stuff, including seeing, like, two human eyeballs sitting on a desk. Or a table, whatever. So anyway, as I was trying to say before, so like, for example, most of the villains from like Doctor Who, it's not worth it for someone to be traumatized by them, because most of the villains don't actually like have any one-to-one correlation with things in the real world. It's not like, you know, an actual statue is going to come to life and, you know, try to get you. Or anything. Like, yeah, sure, it pays to be vigilant of people and of animals that might be around. Or of, like, a gas, if there's, like, a gas leak. And it's... But, like, I don't think that Doctor Who really does a good job of making people afraid of things that they would realistically see. And so it'd be interesting if there was a show that showed like scary things, but the traits leading to the scary things are things that people could actually encounter. And the ways to deal with the scary monsters is what you actually do to deal with them. Like, say you could just be in a building and then you start smelling like rotten eggs. And it's like, oh no, it's the rotten egg monster. The only way to like deal with that is to like get out and like, I don't know, call the fire department or whatever. Because rotten eggs can be a symptom of a gas leak. Rotten egg smell can be...
Yeah.
Because for a number of gases that are poisonous for people to breathe in, they are odorless, so the gas company puts in the scent of rotten eggs, so when there's a leak, people can smell it. But if, you know, a child is just playing in the room, and they just start smelling rotten eggs, they won't necessarily know, hey, I should go outside and call the fire department. Right? Do you call the fire department for a gas leak? I feel like you call the
I
fire
believe
department.
so, yeah.
But, so like a children's show that deals with all of this stuff in ways that children could understand could be a really good show. And then it's like, I don't know, teaching like stranger danger, but it's like, oh, it's the creepy man. Oh, that's the thing though, the creepy man could look like anybody. If you are unsure if someone is the creepy man, make sure to ask, you know, your trusted adults about it. And then just imagine like some kid, it's like, you know, some kid with their parents, like in the park, whatever. Some guy comes up to start talking with their parents because they're friends, and the child just comes up, it's like, "Oh, is that a creepy man?" And the parents, if they've also seen the show and understand what the kid is wanting to know, say, "Oh no, this is George, a friend of mine. He's fine." And the kid knows, "Oh, I shouldn't be worried about this particular adult." Sort of deal. Because as a kid, I was really scared that, like, any adult that I met was going to kidnap me and stuff. Because I was told constantly that every adult would.
There's a term for that. It's called fear-mongering.
See, I was always afraid of that, and it just didn't help me so good. I mean, I imagine that moving around from place to place and having to keep making friends with people who already had their own friend groups was also not good for me while growing up, but
Claire, I'm going to have to ask you to remind me from here on to stop buying margarine, because I keep buying lots because I keep forgetting whether it's butter or margarine that they will use. Take a look at how much butter we have in inventory.
I would love to. We only have, what, 192?
Sorry, margarine, not butter.
Only 639.
Yeah, I don't think we need that much.
Hey, Zora,
Yes?
stop buying margarine!